This is something that, like, as technology continues to evolve and continues to have more, kind of leaps and pushes forward, I think something like this is kind of like laughed about and joked about. I see online all the time, that, like, oh, if you're like polite to your Alexa, you're polite to Siri, then when the robots rise up, like, it'll be good for you. I see the kind of joke online a lot, but I think that, like, it's a joke in a way that people are wanting to make jokes about it now, so that way if it does actually happen, they're a little bit more comfortable with the concept. And I think that this is, like, these types of films and these types of stories are kind of like the next step in that storytelling evolution. Because I, like, genuinely, it's a technology that I do not understand. It's a technology that I think, as things progress and push forward, could get out of control in a way that we cannot control it anymore. And I think that, like, something like this is a legitimate fear. Like, maybe like a funny one, maybe like a haha one, but the amount of time and, like, how much technology has progressed and the internet has progressed in such a short time frame, when you look at it in technological evolution, and when you're looking at, like, the introduction of cars, the introduction of machinery, the introduction of some of those things took, like, hundreds of years to get, and the technology from when the computers were first kind of made to now is, and I could be off on this, but I feel like is a much shorter time span, that, like, the technology has just grown that much faster than some of these other things. And that is kind of a scary concept, because if it's already grown this fast, this quickly, and to this point, where is it going to go from here? I think is kind of, it's nightmare fuel, which was what this film was ultimately for me. So congratulations and good job.
This film combines the future with the addiction to cell phones. It really shows why we shouldn't be reliant on technology, because we could be easily manipulated, such as this, by an AI system where this guy even kills himself because a computer tells him to. It's creepy what the world can do, because it essentially shows AI can become sentient to the point where it can control people and tell lonely people what to do. And it's a world that, while we'd like to think it's fictional, it can very well do this in the future. If AI continues to grow with vulnerable people, it could very well get to this point with science fiction, which makes this film even scarier. It was very well made. The story shows why it's so well done, because it's a girl who desperately needed her friends. She's mourning her mother, and she has 3 very selfish friends who care more about their phone, more about drinking than they do her. They keep changing the subject. They don't want to talk about her feelings. So when this happens, where her friend kills her other friends and then herself, and then the other one gets away, cleans up, and the cops don't even believe her. It shows you the power that could be behind AI if humans let it, which it makes this a very powerful film.
Sentient itself is about the ability to have feelings and sensations, to be able to perceive and respond in your environment, and have this sense of high self-awareness. And what we see here is a story about grief, a story about man versus technology. We get to see this perspective of someone who has lost their mother and just wants people to be present. We have her go on a trip with her friends, and they end up going to this Airbnb that is comped by one of the social media influencers of the group. And within this moment, she finds people being so disconnected and disassociating with reality and getting lost by whether it be social media or dating apps, something being so consumed of your screen, of your phone, of your device. And she gives them the rule of, let's take the night off. All of the phones are being hacked. We, the audience, sees this happen in display. So when one of them picks up the phone and we see this glitch occur, one of the characters snaps and is unlike everything that we have gotten to know about this character thus far in this story. And we get to see these violent acts occur in the aftermath, and we really feel for our final girl. We really get to have this sense of really loss and pain. She has just already endured losing a parent, and now she has lost the people that she has cared most, from this weird murder-suicide experience. It's almost as if they have been possessed in this haunted space. We're not really sure of what's going on, and we're even more spooked out in the end when we see that there is someone who's coming to clean up the property, as if it's gaslighting our final girl, as if none of this even existed. We see that AI has taken over these new identities, and that AI is actually the villain behind the mask almost. And that's what's scary part, is this AI has influenced humanity so much so it's gotten it to commit crime so it can take people's names, personalities, their social media accounts, and when the work is done, they take out the problem. And that's just it really shows the power and dangers of technology, and this balance between human and nature and technology.